I didn't feel like I identified as a girl. And I think I'm more of, I just choose to identify as a boy. And so I'm very much about boobs and like showing them off. And I think it honestly is just a feeling. And it's not that I'm confused, it's that I identify as both. I just don't necessarily like the term they or them. I identify more as like a gay man. So do I think I'm transgender? Yes, 1000%. Do I identify with my natural born gender? 1000%.
What? What is up, you weird and wonderful beautiful beings? I'm Alley Girl, the wannabe Valley Girl, and welcome to my channel.
You sexy thing, sexy thing.
So I'm sure by now everybody is up to date on what I'm dubbing the latest Trisha Paytas saga. But if you're not up to date with what's been going on, Trisha Paytas is a large YouTube personality with 4.9 million subscribers to her main channel, who recently came out as a transgender binary male. And throughout this video, whenever I'm referring to any pronoun usage when it comes to Trisha Paytas, I am going to be using she, her pronouns, because in her third video in the saga, she does state that she doesn't know what pronouns she wants to use at this stage.
A lot of people ask me, what pronouns do you want to use now? And are you going to transition, you know, and all of this stuff? And to be honest, I don't know.
Now, over the last week, there have been a lot of different commentary videos and reaction videos about this because she's definitely riled up a lot of feathers. And there are three parts to her saga. I am transgender video, apology video, and I'm questioning video. Now, because a lot of YouTubers have already gone in with the commentary and reactions about her I'm transgender video specifically, and they went in hard. I came into it after the dust is all sort of settled, thinking that I was also going to comment on that initial video and have a reaction to it. But after looking more into it and watching her other videos, I really don't see the point in commenting on what everybody else has already commented on. So what I sort of want to talk about is why there was so much backlash in the first place. Coming out videos are always very popular, and it seems that whenever any form of high-profile personality comes out, they're always met with love and acceptance, and everybody jumps behind them with so much support. So why not Trisha? Why has Trisha Paytas received so much backlash for coming out as a transgender male? Well, gender identity is a very popular topic among internet communities, and more so now than it ever has been before. It's controversial, it's interesting, there's lots of different points of views. And with the nature of YouTube being about getting those clicks, views, and clout chasing, then transgenderism and gender identity and expression is one of those topics that will get you those clicks and views. Now, when you add that to a controversial YouTuber who has made multiple trolling videos in the past and admits to that,
I put out trolling videos in the past,
then puts out a video where they are coming out as a transgender male, a binary trans male.
Well, I don't think I'm non-binary. I really, in my heart, you know, feel male.
In my opinion, you can expect backlash because right off the bat, you're a YouTuber who's made trolling videos in the past, coming out as an identity that is already a highly popularized socio-political topic. And it just seems suspicious. And you've been called out for it. After watching all three videos that Trisha has made, I can understand that Trisha didn't want to offend anybody. In my opinion, I think that the backlash Trisha has received from this comes from a sort of boy who cried wolf scenario. You've made trolling videos in the past where you've come out as multiple different things and identities to the point where I don't think anybody actually understands if you're making a joke or if you're being serious. And currently speaking, there's no real evidential reason from the things that you've said and done in the past.
Because of all the things I've done, I've obviously trolled in the past, and I've obviously said stuff that I don't mean or I don't stand by.
For anybody to really actually be able to believe that what you're saying is true. Because the truth is, if this turns out to be just another trolling video, then what you've done is you've taken the experience of somebody who has struggled with something for years and made a mockery of it. In her video throughout this Trisha saga, she has stated that she doesn't really fully understand or isn't fully educated on the trans community. And the thing about coming out as trans is that it doesn't just affect the person that's coming out. It changes the way people in your life refer to you and see you and relate to you. And it changes the way in which you relate to the world. And that's not always a positive experience. In terms of romantic relationships, someone that's considering potentially being romantically involved with a trans person has to also consider the way in which being with a trans person is going to make other people in their life view them, and whether or not that's something that they can handle. So there are multiple different things that transitioning affects outside of just how it's affecting you. And for someone who's on a large platform like YouTube, people from the community are going to be suspicious and critical, because when the community itself is trying to move towards a place where identity is respected and understood and accepted by society, for somebody who has a larger YouTube platform to come out with a seemingly and allegedly fairly disingenuous coming out video, the world is going to look at that because you are so popular, and then look at the rest of the trans community as a joke. A common statement that I've received when people find out that I'm trans is, "I wouldn't have expected you to be trans," or "You're not like most trans people." And after talking to them, I know that the idea of a trans person that they're referring me to is people like Jessica Yaniv, or the crazy transgender GameStop lady.
The young man in here. You
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call
Ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
So when I say that I'm trans, or people find out that I'm trans, I'm generally speaking in direct opposition to what their experience and what their knowledge of a trans person is. And no, there's no one way to be trans, and there's no cookie cutter way of transitioning, but by and large people tend to view and generalize other groups of people by the stereotypes that are out there and that they know. And if you're on a large platform and claiming to be an identity, backing it up with superficial aspects of gender, it can come across as disingenuous and playing into the stereotypes. And that's going to make people mad, because you're giving a representation to trans men that most trans men don't align with. And I would understand that some trans men, due to the size of your platform and popularity, may be fearful of the fact that they might be judged by the standard that you've now set. And Trisha, within your saga, you've stated that to you it was just another video.
I didn't want this to be a big thing. It was just another video on my channel.
And well, it comes across that way. To be honest, I found your I'm questioning video a lot more genuine than your I am transgender. And I definitely recommend for you guys to go and check that out. I'll put the link in the description, and come back and comment and tell me what you thought about that. I get that you've been struggling with yourself, and I get that you've been struggling with figuring out who you are. I don't think anybody really knows who they are. We're all on this journey of self-discovery. And if I'm being totally honest, I'm impressed by the fact that you've been open about the fact that you are going to therapy, because you do want to figure this out. You do want to have more of a control of your life. I mean, that's why I'm making my YouTube channel, because I want to take control of my life and I want to fix my situation. So do I think Trisha Paytas is a transgender male? In my opinion, no. There isn't enough there to convince me, but that's not really up to me.
Like, you know, no one can tell you you're not transgender.
Do I think that Trisha is struggling with a self-discovery journey? Yes. And I wish her all the best in trying to figure that out. And I really hope that she comes to a place where she can be proud about who she is. Whoever that is. I get that you may feel confused, and I get that you feel like you want to belong to a group or a community. So I sincerely hope that this wasn't another trolling video. But I think if you're going to go on to talk about this in the future, then it's important for you to understand why there was so much backlash about the way that you approached the topic. And I find it extremely impressive that you've been open about the fact that you are in therapy and that you are getting help. Because for somebody who's confused and somebody who feels like they don't know who they are as a person and where they want to be, then I think being in therapy is a really good thing for you. And I wish you all the best. So that's really all I have to say on the matter. I think if you haven't watched or heard of this latest Trisha saga, I'll link all 3 videos in the description below, and I definitely recommend for you to go and check them out. But for now, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.